You know, they always say the problem with experience is by the time you get enough of it, you're usually too old to enjoy it. Well, that's not the case for Joe Flacco. He still has plenty of it left. Like, he makes it look so easy right here. Like this throw right here, just steps aside, perfect throw right there to Josh Downs. You could tell that those two have a great connection. Now, over here is Drew Ogletree, because that's T.J. Watt in the widest 9 I've ever seen. Like, he's all the way to the sideline. He's coming off the edge, but he gets chipped. And Joe Flacco knows that T.J. Watt's coming. But, you know, like a boxer in the middle of the ring, just parry the punch. Just step up 6 inches. And nobody covers Ogletree. He finds him. And just like that, Joe Flacco gets the Colts in the end zone. He made it look like it's a can of corn. See, there's that Josh Downs right there. See, he's their slot receiver, and he's really good. And he went to North Carolina. Peyton Wilson covering him went to North Carolina State. And the little stutter and go. And Joe just waits on him and just flicks it right there. You know, that North Carolina State game, it's coming up. It's always around the state fair in North Carolina. Then you get this. This is 3rd and 7, all right? 8 minutes to go in the game. Just a classic throw right here to Josh Downs. Like, just watch the motion. Nice weight transfer, perfect throw, tight spiral, gets it to Downs. He breaks a tackle, gets the first down. And then you get this, like this smash mouth concept, 2 receiver side. Joe's been doing this since 2008 in this league. Like, perfect throw, beats Joey Porter right there. And you get this one right here. Like, it's the RPO game, right? All right, give it or throw it against the blitz. He reads it perfectly right here, and there he goes. There goes Pittman. Puts it right on Pittman's tee, takes the shot, delivers it back. It's like a can of corn to Joe. And the offense jumped, and they needed it because the Steelers made a furious comeback. But Joe Flacco gave this team exactly what a lot of teams need: completions and poise and confidence. Remember the name, Tanner Bortolini. You can't hardly forget it. Watch him in Big Q getting a push right here on Cam Hayward. All right, nice hole there, daylight for Jonathan Taylor to run through. Had a nice day. Nice day running, picking through the tulips right there. Watch Big Q set up the trap on Cam Hayward. Set up. Here comes the trap, bam. And there's Bortolini up on the middle linebacker, right? And there goes Anthony Richardson for 9 yards. Nice. And then how about the wham? Bortolini pulls out. Here's the wham. Bam. Wham, bam. And there's Bortolini up on Peyton Wilson. And there goes Jonathan Taylor right up the middle. Nice stuff, right? Watch the hip snap here. This is Badger on Badger crime. This is Bortolini against Benton. Benton against Bortolini. Look at the movement right down the boards. They do that stuff in Wisconsin, you know, in Madison. They actually do old school stuff there and when you play football for the Badgers. Like, here it is. Badger on Badger crime. And there's a club. The club by Cannon Benton. And he's getting beat, but Bortolini's got feet. He's fast. He's got good footwork, and he catches up, and Richardson makes the throw. All right? Now you get this. This is just beautiful stuff. Elephants on parade. Here we go. Freeze. Bortolini. Big Q. Ryman. Elephants on parade. Just keep pushing. Running. Jonathan Taylor will see the stretch. This is stretch. Stretch his own. There it is. There's a split right there. Oh, that's nice. Elephants on parade. 24-17. Steelers making it a game. Can you play keep away? Here you go. What you got to do. Watch Big Q. Pushing here, then coming back, right? And then you see right here, Patrick Queen runs right into Q and the waist of Bortolini. Bortolini right there. That's it. Like he swallowed up. That's all Jonathan Taylor needed. I like Bortolini with an arrabbiata sauce myself. I like a little spice. So does Jonathan Taylor as he goes for 21. The Colts played a great defensive game. Zaire Franklin, Julian Blackmon, E.J. Speed, all of them active, really active. Speed coming off the edge right here. And this throw right here to Pickens. All right, Jalen Jones has him. All right, he can't get him down to the ground. Pickens is big and strong. He stays available. And then here comes Nick Cross. Nick Cross punches it out. Remember those two guys in the middle of the field? You get to the ball, good things happen. Blackmon from his free safety position gets there, recover, take points off the board. And then Kenny Moore, inactive. So Chris Lamon's got the start at the nickel, and he keeps Justin Fields inside of him right here, makes him double back, careless with the ball. He gets the ball out and recovers the ball and recovers the fumble in the third quarter. Like right there, Lamon steps up for Kenny Moore. Jalen Jones with the forced fumble. The defense making things happen and getting excited about it. The difference in this game.
So, the Pittsburgh Steelers got destroyed by the Indianapolis Colts in the first half of this week's game. And even though they started playing way better in the second half and started making the comeback, it was a little bit too late, as all the turnovers and all the shortcomings in the first half caught up the Steelers, as even more turnovers happened, and it was just a little bit too late for the Steelers to make the comeback. So, before I get more into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates, also highlights, analysis, and reports. Also, this breakdown in this video was done by Brian Baldwinger. Baldy NFL is his X handle. Make sure you go ahead and check him out on X. Give him a follow. He's a former NFL player, and right now he's an analysis doing a great job breaking down NFL film, NFL teams, and players. So go follow him. Now, let's get right back into it and give my thoughts, analysis, and reaction to this video. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers, like I said, they got destroyed in the first half. And to be honest, the main reason was because their defense couldn't do anything and their offense couldn't do anything in that first half. Even when Anthony Richardson was in the game, he just went straight down the field. The opening drive was able to score that touchdown. And Jonathan Taylor, he was able to go straight down the field as well, score that touchdown, because there was no pass rush and there was no run rush. Meaning none of the Steelers' defense line was able to get to the quarterback or the running back, and just the defensive backs couldn't stop anyone. To be honest, looking at this game, this was the farthest off I've seen Joey Porter Jr. play on a wide receiver in a long time. Probably even ever since he's been in this league. He was playing 10 yards, 15 yards off of the wide receiver. Joey Porter Jr. is a press, man-to-man, right up in your face type of cornerback. And he's been doing that every single game. But it seems as though the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game, for some reason, decided to be 10 yards off of the wide receiver, not be right up on them, and just play so conservative all game. And that was the reason why I believe they lost this game. Because the wide receivers were just wide open on every single route they ran. When you're playing that far off, all the wide receiver has to do is make one good move, one good cut, and he's wide open. It's very hard to play in that position, especially for guys who just aren't used to doing that. And that's something that I noticed. Because Joey Porter Jr. never does that. He never plays that far off. He always plays so close up on the wide receiver. So him playing like that's why I believe he had his worst game yet. It seemed like every catch a wide receiver made was on Joey Porter Jr. Every flag that ended up happening, like pass interference, was on Joey Porter Jr. Because that was just something that he isn't used to doing. But he was asked to play that way, I believe. There's no way he purposely chose himself to play that way, play that far off. I believe he was asked to do that by the defensive coaches. So that's something I noticed. But not even just that. Joe Flacco was just able to pick apart this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. And me personally, I believe once Anthony Richardson left the game, the Steelers defense got worse and the kind of Colts offense got better. Because if you think about it, Anthony Richardson is more of a running quarterback. He's not the throwing type of quarterback. So even though the run game for the Colts got worse in terms of running QB, I believe their passing game and their offense as a whole was better and would have been better if Joe Flacco started the game. I believe Joe Flacco right now is a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson. But obviously, Anthony Richardson is more young, more explosive, and he's a higher upside because Joe Flacco is 40 years old. So Joe Flacco gave the Colts the best chance to win this game, I believe, and it was more scary having him in the game than I would have felt if Anthony Richardson would have continued. So Joe Flacco was able to pick apart the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. He's seen the Steelers defense many times in the past. He's seen everything at the NFL level, and this was nothing new to him. And it was nothing new to Jonathan Taylor as well, because Jonathan Taylor was able to run behind a Colts offensive line who came into this game with some injury problems, especially at center and just along the offensive line. But they played amazing. The Colts offensive line, Quentin Nelson and Anzalini, was able to do their thing, run block, and Jonathan Taylor seen everything. Even though he got injured late towards the end of the game, hopefully he's fine. He was able to read the field very nicely, pick apart every single hole, and the Steelers' defense line just couldn't do anything, couldn't stop the run at all. So that's the reason why the Colts offense, I believe, absolutely dominated the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. So Moving over to the defense for the Colts. They're able to destroy the Steelers' offense in the first half. Obviously, the second half was a big difference. The Colts couldn't stop the Steelers at all. But in the first half, they did just enough to allow the Colts to win this game. Because if they scored more points in the first half, they wouldn't have won that game. But they only scored 3. So the Colts defense was able to contain the Steelers, force turnovers, and that's a big difference in this game. The Colts defense forcing turnovers. Those 2 turnovers that the Colts forced was the biggest difference in this game. And we all know defense wins games if they are able to create turnovers. Usually the more turnovers you have, you win the game. So that's what the Colts did, just enough to win this game. They were able to make George Pickens not go out of bounds, keep running down the field, force a turnover on him. They're able to get some pressure on the quarterback, make Justin Fields run all the way back, make a mistake, fumble the ball, get the ball, and then get a field goal because of it. So they got points off of the turnovers, and they were just able to contain the Steelers, especially in the first half. Anyway, that's the end of this video, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this game in general, and why do you believe the Colts offense was able to destroy the Steelers defense, and this has looked like the worst defense in the NFL just for this game. Also, why was their defense able to stop the Steelers offense in the first half? Also, like I said, this breakdown was done by Brian Baldwinger. Baldy NFL is his handle. Go ahead and check him out on X. Hopefully, the Steelers have a bounce back game on Sunday Night Football against the Dallas Cowboys. But anyway, that's enough for me. But make sure you also subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news, updates, highlights, analysis, reports, reaction videos, everything like that. This is the best spot for Pittsburgh Steelers football coverage. So, like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and until next time, I'll see you guys all later. I'm out. Peace.